All right. So the purpose of this is going to be to go over some like initial tips, just some like entry level things that you need to know just to like kind of like just like get your foot in the door so you can get in there in GeoGuessr and not look like completely silly. And also so you don't feel lost either. Uh, I'll just do some normal maps, not the battle royale, just so I can have time to explain some key things. I'm gonna try to keep it simple, and then at the end, maybe as a little treat, we'll together we can do a battle royale and win one. We'll see. If you're good, we'll give you a little treat. All right. So right off the bat, I can tell that this is Kenya. Uh, why? Because there's a snorkel on the car. That's just classic Kenya. I mean, not you know you're in Kenya if you see that. Sometimes it's on the left of the car. Um, damn, that's like lucky that we got this draw. I'm not gonna spend too much time because I just need to get in Battle Royale. You just need to get the country correct. Excuse me. You just need to get the country, so it doesn't really matter how close or far I am. Cool. All right, so yeah, we're skipping that one, and now we're here. Um, so shit like this can be hard because oh, okay, so we have English. Still have no idea. Um, but I think this might be a good moment to just bring up this map for a second because there's a few things that are really important to know. Uh, it's good to know which countries will come up and which countries won't come up, and because some countries just straight up won't have Street View, and some of them I've never seen come up in Battle Royale as long as I've been playing. So, for example, anything like in here, you should probably never guess. Um, like anything Sahara like. The only one would be like Tunisia, because some of this probably is. But um, yeah, none of this you have to worry about. Saudi Arabia is not will never come up. I don't think Yemen or Oman will either. Iraq and Iran and Syria won't come up. Afghanistan and Pakistan will not come up. I don't think I've really ever seen any of these. I've maybe seen Kyrgyzstan and Kazakhstan. Uh, but like Georgia, I haven't seen. I wouldn't really worry about these here. Turkey does. China, you won't see. You have to worry about United Arab Emirates, but there's pretty decent ways to figure out if you're there. The other ones, like sort of central, like I've seen Guatemala, but I haven't really seen anything underneath it. And then these you don't have to worry about. Venezuela you don't have to worry about. It's usually not any of these islands either. Cuba or Puerto Rico or like the DR. Um, so yeah, those are ones you pretty much don't have to worry about. There's some other Africa ones you don't have to worry about. For example, Congo, like anything in this sort of area. Uganda and Kenya you might see. Tanzania you rarely see. Somalia you won't. Nigeria, Ghana you will. Like Nigeria you will, Ghana you will. Ivory Coast maybe. I don't really think you'll see these. You might see Senegal, but I can tell you exactly what you need to know about those. Down here, you'll see maybe these. Maybe you'll see Zimbabwe and Zambia, but not these two. Not Mozambique. I wouldn't go Madagascar. Um, haven't seen Papua New Guinea, but yeah, essentially anything like Sahara-like, uh, China, sort of this area. Don't worry about it. And then like the small Central America countries. Um, and then the thing you got to know about India is India rarely will come up. Like if you're on roads like in a street, I would not guess India ever probably. I mean, unless enough things point there, but sometimes India will come up if it's like you'll have you'll have one that's like in like a museum maybe or like a park. Uh, yeah, it's like it'll have street view, but for like not really roads, I guess. Um, so if you're on a road, that's like a good reason not to guess India, I would say. Um, or if maybe sometimes you are on a road, but you can't really go that far in either direction, stuff like that. Uh, if you think it might be India, you have to check for those. Um, if you think it might be India, two good guesses would be Bangladesh or Sri Lanka. Haven't really seen Myanmar come up, but that's really what you need to know about what you won't see. Another good thing to know would be like what side of which countries drive on the left, and that's really anything that like Britain colonized, essentially. Like Britain and Ireland drive on the left. South Africa, everything between South Africa and including Kenya, like drive on the left. And then so the stuff around Australia drives on the left, basically. Philippines does not, but that's really what you need to know about um, what side of the street people drive on. Everywhere else is on the right, pretty much. Um, so those are two good pieces of information. Is which countries are not on Street View and what side of the road people drive on. It's good to be aware of. Now the equator is like always lower than you expect it to be, or it's lower than I thought it was. So maybe I'm just dumb, but it's like down here. So, and I'll show you how you can tell if you're above or below the equator. It's pretty simple. It's a little hard where we are now because there's just trees. But okay, so I can tell we're north of the equator because if you just take something that's standing upright, like this fence, I can see the shadow is in the northern part. It's like pointing north. You see our compass is right here. It's pointing north, or at least somewhat north. That I know we're in the north hemisphere, because the sun is to the south of us. If the shadow was pointing south, then we would know that we're in the southern hemisphere. That's doing that is sometimes it's hard to do that because if it's like overcast or it's cloudy, you just can't really tell where the shadow's going. Um, that's sort of like a good like first thought to make yourself aware of. And it's usually helpful for if you see Spanish or English because there's countries on both sides of the equator that speak those. I'm seeing a lot of English for here, so like that might be a yellow license plate in the back, so it's probably Britain. License plates, I mean, you don't necessarily have to like memorize. You'll kind of pick them up, but uh, Britain has yellow license plates in the back. I don't think they. I think it's white in the front and yellow in the back. So I'm gonna guess that. I'm gonna look like a real fool. I guess if I'm wrong here, I'll go a little bit north in the United Kingdom. Yeah, I was right. Oh man, I probably had it. That's probably what I should have left my marker there. Would have probably had an amazing score. But anyway, um, yeah. Uh, yellow license plate in the back. We saw English. We knew we're the northern hemisphere. That pointed me to Britain. Okay, this is probably maybe like Africa. Oh, we're driving on the left, it looks like. It, but it like could also be. I'm looking for signs to see what kind of language I can find. I feel like it might be Philippines because I don't really recognize what I'm looking at. Don't know what that language is. This like It's like since it's like sort of tropical. Oh no, no. What did I say? Philippines, they drive on the right side of the road. So maybe it's Indonesia would be a decent guess. Let's see what we can find on this sign. Indonesia would probably be my best guess. I'm just looking for, see if I could see any like other language. Um, yeah, I guess I'll guess Indonesia. See what happens. I just don't want to be like way wrong. Malaysia might be a decent guess too. In Battle Royale, you have like 3 guesses to get it right. So, uh, I would probably guess Indonesia and then Malaysia and then Sri Lanka would be maybe the last guess. I'd probably, yeah, it's got to be one of those. Let's try Indonesia. It was, and I was actually pretty close. I was on the right island. It's very close. What? Oh, accidentally opened up the Google map. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know. I mean, the it was like the road being ground. The road, the foliage makes me think it's that area of the world. Like around Indonesia, and also the road is roads as well. The roads is sometimes like has a it's either brown or like has a brown tint to it, even though like it might not be like straight up a mud road. It's like kind of brown, but then like really green foliage, like kind of tropical type of trees. Uh, that points me to like uh, Thailand, Cambodia, Philippines, Indonesia, Malaysia, like that, those kinds of countries. Um, so yeah, let's go back to GeoGuessr. All right, this seen English, but I think we're in Africa. Oh, okay. I think we're in South Africa because that car looks like it's coming towards us, and it is. So we're driving on the left. We're in Africa, and these signs where there's like a yellow R and then a number, um, but this overall sign is green. Like this type of sign is for sure South Africa. Like immediately, I pick South Africa when I see that. Um, and of course, coupled with the fact that we're driving on the left here. Now, the other ones you need to know down here, Botswana sometimes comes up. That's such a weak spot in my game. I don't even know what to tell you about that one. Lesotho will sometimes come up. I see the flag come up often, so maybe I'll point that out when I hop into GeoGuessr in the Battle Royale mode. And then Eswatini will sometimes come up, but you'll usually be able to see something that says Swaziland on it. North. We're gonna go South Africa though, and we were right. So we would have been right there. Yeah, I guess let's hop into a Battle Royale. I'm hoping this is helpful. See if we can get like an entertaining game and a win. I hope it's not weird that it's like that I'm like ripping shots of Jack Daniels from the bottle. I'm not. I'm actually just like sipping it, but I don't have I don't have a like a whiskey glass here. Uh, and I feel like it would definitely be weird. It would be somehow more alcoholic to drink it from a cup. To like drink whiskey from like a cup. I have no idea where we are, and no one else does, so I'm not even really panicking. And now we're in a time warp, so that's wonderful. Let's see if we can get out of here. Great. I don't know, maybe it's Russia? I mean, who knows? It's like pretty sad looking. Someone went Poland, Macedonia. Okay, so here. We're either gonna get knocked out or no one will get it. It's freaking blurred out. I'm just gonna go like up here. If I get in, it'll be a miracle. But we can just refresh and run it back. Romania, maybe? Someone already guessed it. I wonder what it was. Finland. I should focus. Alright, here we go. We can do this. It looks like it's Japan or Korea. There's no real rush, but it's Korea because of the circles, I think. Yeah, the difference between Japan and, I mean, there's a lot of differences, and if you speak those languages, China is not on GeoGuessr, by the way. But yeah, if you're not sure between the language difference between like Japanese, Chinese, or Korean, Korean has circles, and it's North Korea. I don't think I have to say this, but North Korea not on GeoGuessr. What are you doing, dude? Maybe make a guess. Any guess would do. Any guess but China. All right. Does it say Swaziland? No way. No, it doesn't. I just can't fucking read. This is kind of weird looking. People found shit though. I think it's Jordan. It might be. Oh, someone guessed Jordan. United Arab Emirates is sometimes comes up when you see English and Arabic together. So I'm gonna guess that. Although, has it been guessed already? It has not, and it was wrong. Tough. Jordan was guessed. Israel was guessed. Lebanon, maybe? Lebanon was guessed. Oh, maybe it's Tunisia? Okay. I sort of just a process of elimination of the Arabic. Yeah. Sorry, my headphone turned off. I sort of just did process of elimination, looking at the flags and what speaks Arabic. So there's a good reason not to forget about Tunisia. All right, we gotta focus here if we want to get a win. Come on. Whoa, Japan maybe? That looks like Japanese, so I'm gonna lock it in. If you see Japanese, I wouldn't even second guess yourself. We're all gonna make it. Nice. Oh, someone guessed wrong. If you all lock in before that yellow and you all get it right, the yellow time, you will get in. I'm a little bit thinking Singapore here, just because of the buildings. Why not? It would be a shame to get off to lose on that. Nice. Yeah. I don't know, just like the vibe. Yeah, if I turn around, I feel like buildings that kind of look like this and like a bunch of them. Yeah, I don't even know how to describe it. That's just like the total vibe of Singapore. This makes me think. I mean, we'll see some languages, but unmarked roads is sort of like northeast Europe. I feel like. Oh no, did I go the wrong way? This is gonna be trouble. Silveski? Could it be Poland? I might just go Poland here. Fuck. Should I look harder? kind of want to go Lithuania and then Latvia. Britain? Ireland? Are people driving on the left? Yeah, unmarked roads. I'm just gonna pull a trig on Lithuania and Latvia and hope for the best, I guess. Guess. No. But someone still has to get it right for me to get knocked out here. Maybe Ari will, because they're in silver division. If it's Estonia, I will be upset about it. Wow. Oh man. That's the other one. It's like Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia. Maybe just one more, because this is quickly becoming an unhelpful video, and I am completely uh, I'm completely discrediting everything that I've said by getting this many wrong. We're in the southern hemisphere, just judging by the shadows. Yeah, they're pointed south. It's like pretty mountainous. I'm guessing we're in like South America. There's not really a rush in the first round because as long as you get it right, you can move on. I kind of want to guess Chile. It's not Chile. Someone just guessed it. Brazil. Oh, Bolivia, right there. I was gonna say I don't think it's Brazil because it looks Spanish to me, and if it's not, and I was pretty confident it wasn't Argentina, but I mean also because of the stuff that got eliminated, that could have sort of points us in this area, but we saw the Bolivia on the sign, plus the Bolivia flag. Guess it would be good to go over a couple things right at the end. Hopefully we win this and we end on a positive note. I could have been. Is it Cambodia? It's Thailand, judging by the sign. If it's not Thailand, I'll lock it. I'll lock in Cambodia. But the squiggles, or it's not even squiggle. These are just curvy. Yeah, it was Cambodia, or it was Thailand. I'll point those out after this. Damn, dude, this is not a fun one. I don't like this one at all. Maybe this will help us. Oh shit. Oh, Israel, because I see Hebrew. I guess they didn't see it. Wow. If you see Hebrew, definitely it's Israel. And if for some reason that turns up not being it, go Jordan or something that's right next door. Don't go Syria. This is interesting. I don't like that they already know it. And I'm gonna get out here, aren't I? Well, it's been fun. Damn it, Ireland. Why was I not able to function there? Anyway, let's get out of here. And just real quick, one last thing that's good to know. I'll go over it real quick. Um, Languages. Maybe I already went over this. If I did, then I'll just cut this part out. But Cambodia is like has like these kinds of squiggles, and it's like squiggly when it's written. Thailand is very similar, and it's kind of easy to confuse the two or mix them up. But it's not so much squiggly as it is just like curves. It might be the exact same language, but Like over here, look, it seems like there's like an extra squiggle on each letter, and then here it just a curve. I don't know. So Thailand is curves. Cambodia is just more squiggly. Um, Bangladesh, it's like it looks sort of like an Arabic type of script, but there's always a line above it. So if you see language where there's a line like kind of on top of the uh, the words, the characters, then that's you're likely in Bangladesh. Um, so those are languages. I mean, that are like easy ones if you see the language. Uh, if in Africa, Nigeria and Ghana speak English and drive on the right side. So like Uganda might drive on the left. I think Uganda drives on the left. I feel like I want to look that up real quick. They drive on the left. I'm not even gonna read that much more of that. I'm just gonna trust that that was right. Yeah. Uganda also speaks English. They drive on the left. So if you're in Africa, or you think you're in Africa, and you see them driving on the left, Uganda's a good pick. If they're driving on the right, Nigeria, Ghana. If you can't really tell, that's fine too, because you have three guesses essentially. They're near the equator. South Africa, I think I pointed out, it's a little more easy to tell. And then if you're in Africa and you see French, I go Senegal immediately, and then Ivory Coast would be my second guess. The reason I go Senegal first is because I don't really see Ivory Coast come up that much at all. The other ones I don't really worry about. It's good to know other tips. It's good to know where Malta is. I did not know where it was, even though, and like one time I was playing and I saw the word, or I saw that we were in the country Malta. I just saw it on a sign, but I did not know where it was. It's right there. Uh, some of the stuff you'll also just end up picking up. Bhutan comes up occasionally. I don't really know what to say about whether or not you're in Bhutan, but it's good to know that's near Nepal. And then as far as road markings go, if you see yellow on the road, you're most likely in the Americas, like for sure. Like I should say the middle line on the road, you're in the Americas. Um, Sometimes if you see, I've seen some white line sometime in Chile, maybe some of the others, but so it's not doesn't so much work the other way. But if you see yellow in the center line, you're most likely in the Americas. I've seen some in New Zealand there would be like a yellow line or a yellow and white. They have weird road markings, but yeah, I feel like that's sort of the basics. You want to look for signs and you want to look for language clues. If you can't find that, then it's good to, figure out where the shadows point. Oh, wow. Here's an example of us being in Thailand. In Bangkok, it looks like. So that'll be some points right there. Um, Here, I think I might guess. I'm gonna see if I can find some language. This kind of feels like Andorra. So it's good to be aware of like Andorra and Luxembourg because they're really small, and I'll point those out in a second. Now I'm starting to think it may not be Andorra, but um, I can't really even find signs. Andorra is good to guess if you are like surrounded by mountains and you're not sure if you're in Spain or France, because Andorra is like right on the border, and it's a pretty, it's like a cool looking country or city state. I don't know what it's called. Maybe we're in Switzerland. Switzerland is another one where it's like you sort of get a mix of what kind of languages you'll see. This is stuff that you might already be aware of just naturally, or but I'm just trying to just say at least what I know. But yeah, Andorra is right on the border. France and Spain. Switzerland is in here, and then Luxembourg is like right in here. Uh, it's good to know where Singapore is. It's right under Malaysia. Yeah. Um, that that might be everything that's like worth knowing, I guess. Hopefully some of that helped. And then I mean a lot of it will just also come from practice. I would say if you get plopped somewhere and you have a gut feeling about what country you're in based on you having been in that country or spending a lot of time in that country previously, I would go with your gut because like whenever we get dropped in America, you could pretty much know or think it immediately, even if you don't really see a whole lot just yet. Um, Same is true for if you get dropped in Canada as well, just because it's so similar to America. But I spent a decent amount of time in Argentina, so I can sort of tell when I'm on a rural Argentina or like in a city there. But it's also a really big country, so I still sometimes get it wrong. But what I'm trying to say is like if you have a gut feeling and you're like, oh, I this really feels like the vibes are feel like this country that I've been to, I would say go for it. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get this one right, but those are all of the tips that I have in Italy. I'm not good with knowing. Oh wow, it was not Italy. It was Switzerland. I don't know. I think when I end the video there, that's the crash course that for entry level GeoGuessr. Hopefully that helps. Make sure to smash that bell, smash subscribe, and smash all the buttons. Great. Thank you.